Those words, "I don't want the faggot on my team," still resonate with me 15 years later.
Kia ora, I'm Thomas Nabs, Director of the Waterboy with Legdens. The Waterboy with Legdens is a Waikato-based charity that works to break down barriers to give New Zealanders opportunities to participate in sport. We believe that sport is an integral part of optimum personal development, and we're working hard toward our vision of making sport an achievable option for every New Zealander. We run a speaker series called Everybody's Game throughout Waikato and Bay of Plenty secondary schools, where we team up with sporting personalities to share experiences and discuss challenges around homophobia and transphobia in sport and society. We're trying to create a more inclusive environment where everyone feels welcome participating in sport and other personal development activities. Did you know 71% of young Kiwis feel unwelcome participating in team sports because of their developing sexuality? And 78% of Kiwis have witnessed or experienced homophobia in sport.
Every time you use one of those sentences, you're making it harder for someone to be honest about who they are.
The comments you hear around school and on the sports field and stuff, like my perception of society was that it wasn't accepted.
I think when I was at school, if there was someone that had come and talked to us who I'd really looked up to, that would have made a big difference to my perception growing up. Maybe I would have been happier about who I am from an earlier age.
I've got family members that are gay and that really struggled with their sexuality through school, and that I could have made a difference if I had something like this. So I wanted to use my profile to see if I can make the world just a little bit better.
We have 4 main objectives for our Everybody's Game presentation. 1. Comfort through normality, those who are learning they are on the rainbow spectrum.
Sexuality does not define me. Yes, I'm gay, but that's not who I am.
2. Make students more aware of how their language and actions can affect the lives of others, and give some examples and strategies that we've used in the past for reducing discriminating language and behaviour.
I think it's an important issue to address for many reasons, and one of the big ones is the mental health statistics within society today isn't the greatest.
We can change the way we talk, making sure that our leaders in our sports team or in our schools being great examples for that, so that they can trickle it down towards our younger ones coming through.
3. Share our perspective on how we can create more inclusive environments for LGBT participation.
If I'm willing to walk past someone who I hear is using language towards another human that isn't inclusive, if I walk past them, then that's what I accept. My aim is to pull people up and help educate those people so that everyone can feel included.
4. Ensure students are aware of support services they can utilise if they wish to talk to anyone about their sexuality or gender.
Education Review, they're looking for all aspects of Haora when it comes to health. So all the mental and emotional stuff, the spiritual stuff, the values, and sexuality is a massive part of that.
I know that not everyone has that support. It's really about finding people that you can trust, or places you can go, whether it's your school counsellor or there is help out there and support if you need it.
These presentations are always well received by students and teachers and are assisting in bringing this issue to light for all.
It was a big inspiration for the people that needed a little bit of a push.
Always good to consider other people and be mindful of the things you're saying around in the community. It might be hurtful to someone else.
A presentation on diversity, and especially diversity in sports, I think it just starts to break down some of those walls, especially in rural communities.
All kids are looking towards their own identity and who they are. That's a natural thing, and sometimes they need a little bit of support to ask the right questions. So today gave them some of the questions they could ask, but also, most importantly, it got their friends thinking, how do I support my mates?
If society was a lot more inclusive and accepting not just people on the rainbow spectrum, but all people, we'd just have a much happier New Zealand.
The Waterboy with Legdens. Stronger people, stronger communities.